What's going on, guys? Sticks here with the Token Minorities, bringing you another deck on Pokemon TCGO, and today I am bringing you a standard deck centered around Zoroark-GX and Banette-GX. And before I get into the deck, just a reminder that if you guys like this video or found it helpful, please leave a like, drop a comment, click that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton and lets us do more cool stuff for you guys. And if you are new to the channel, here at TTM we are a collaborative channel, so there is more than just myself and the TCG content, which is why you clicked on this video. We also have draft format content from myself and two others as well, so if any of that interests you, please feel free to subscribe, and then also check out our Discord that will be linked in the description below, where we have channels for TCG, all three of our draft format teams, and a channel for Smogon stuff if you guys are into that as well. But anyway, on to the question of the day. Now, with the rotation, we are losing two gigantic supporters in N and Sycamore. I mean, with Cynthia and Sycamore really provided the crux of the draw support for a very, very large majority, actually almost all decks. Like, that was the main draw support of basically every single deck, and I can't even think of one off the top of my head that didn't rely on those three in relatively high numbers as their base for as their base of drawing. So considering we lose Sycamore and N, I'm wondering what supporter do you guys think will be the biggest surprise in this coming format? Like, what supporter do you guys think that's being kind of overlooked now by certain people that can have a big impact in the coming format, that has the potential to be just kind of a replacement to N and Sycamore, that really people are well, I guess not really a replacement, because I mean there's no replacement to just discard draw 7. Like, that is really powerful, and the only replacement will be if there's just a new discard draw 7, which should be coming in the future, but we'll see. But I mean, what supporter do you guys think that people are overlooking now that you think will make a splash in the in this new standard format? And if you had to ask me, so I'm seeing a lot of people running like higher numbers of Copycat and Judge as a kind of pseudo N and pseudo Sycamore, just ways of drawing out of that. And this might come as a big shock to people in the Discord server, but I think a card that will take a lot of people by surprise is Tate and Lisa. Now, don't get me wrong, really do not like that card. Like, I don't know, the ability to either switch or shuffle draw 5. I mean, it's like I don't know, for drawing, it's a Shauna, or it's just a switch. Like, I don't know, I'm very, very torn about that, but I just feel like my opinion on it right now is going to be incorrect. I feel like at some point people are going to be like, oh no, Tate and Lisa is really good because of this certain deck. I feel like there's going to be a deck that's going to come out where Tate and Lisa plays a big part, where suddenly people are going to start using Tate and Lisa more, or Tate and Lisa, Liza, Tate and Liza. Oh my gosh, I'm probably just saying it wrong. It's probably Tate and Liza. Jeez, whatever. I can't pronounce stuff anyway, you guys know how that goes. But I don't know, I just feel like that card, the card that has Tate and the person whose name begins with L on there, so it's probably Tate and Liza. I don't watch the anime, I haven't been able to see that. But either way, I feel like that's going to be a card that will suddenly come out of nowhere and be good, as I think people are realizing how good Copycat and Judge. So yeah. What supporter do you guys think will be the biggest surprise in this coming format? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love to hear your guys' thoughts, and I've talked for way too long, so I'm just getting into this deck. But like I said, it is centered around the combination of Zoroark and Banette, and you might immediately notice is I'm not running any Acerolas in this deck. And you might be thinking, are you crazy for not running Acerolas? And yes, I am crazy for not running any Acerolas, but that was kind of something that everybody was doing, and I just wanted to try something different. I wanted to try higher lines of other supporters. Like, if you are going to run Acerola in this deck, I would run 3 of them, if not 4, but I would have probably gone with 3, and then I would cut a Copycat and 2 Judges, just so you're down to 2 of both of those, and then you have 3 Acerola. So if you want to have a more competitive version, in my opinion, of this deck, definitely cut a Copycat and 2 Judges for 3 Acerolas. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted to go balls to the wall draw supporters in this situation and just be like, yeah, Acerola is probably better, but why Acerola when you can just draw more cards? So yeah, again, if you want to use Acerola, definitely do that, but for this deck, it's just going to be balls to the wall draw support. And then Banette, has the attack for a single psychic energy, does 30 plus 10 for each supporter in your discard pile. You can't add more than 100 damage this way, and that's why we're running so ridiculously many supporters. Pairs nice and well with Zoroark with trade, where you discard a card and draw 2 cards. Just a very good draw engine for, I mean, late game, early game, getting supporters in the discard pile. Just the synergy between these two is inherent. And then the baby Buzzwole, which, I mean, a lot of people are running. At first I thought that it's either Face Palm Tree or it was Face Palm Tree or it was Flavorful Pineapple that gave me this list. I mean, one of those two. Like, they probably both gave me a list similar to this at one point or another. So, I mean, shout-outs to them. Like, I thought that they were geniuses for pairing Banette with Buzzwole and then running Rainbow Energy as opposed to just Psychic Energy. But then I saw that everybody's running that, so it's like, well, you guys are a little bit less of geniuses. Sorry about that. But really, just the whole thing with Banette is get supporters in the discard pile, hit for big damage for a single energy, and then with Shady Move, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may move 1 damage counter from one Pokemon to another Pokemon. Now, notice it doesn't say from one of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. It doesn't say from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another of your opponent's Pokemon. It just says from one Pokemon to another. So with the Rainbow Energy, you can just be like, okay, play the Rainbow Energy, move the damage counter from me to one of my opponent's mons, and boom, there we go. That can be nice for setting up certain KOs with, like, Choice Band, or even just, like, super effective damage, even though, I mean, I guess with Buzzwole, but I mean, you'll probably knock that thing out in one hit with Banette anyway. But it's just nice for removing the drawback of Rainbow Energy and turning it into just another boon for your side. And obviously, I mean, this is mainly a Zoroark deck with Banette as a backup attacker. Just take on that Buzzwole matchup even better. And I really do like this deck. But again, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Run Acerola if you're going to run this deck. I just wanted to try a bunch of draw supporters, just like, okay, let's just throw all the draw supporters in there and see how it goes. As for the lines of mons, we're running 4-4 of Zorua and Zoroark. That was absolutely imperative for this deck to work because you want to discard a bunch of supporters. Zoroark is going to be really the main attacker of this deck, and so you want to get those things flowing, and you want to get them flowing early and often, as, again, they're your draw engine, they're your main attacking engine, they're like setting everything up for Banette to work. A single copy of Baby Buzzwole can run more, but I mean, I found one is sufficient for dealing with like Hoopa or Alolan Ninetales, as once they knock out a GX, you can slap down Baby Buzzwole, throw a Rainbow Energy on it, and then you can just start attacking and one-shotting those things, and you can recycle it with Rescue Stretcher if you need. 3-3 of Shuppet and Banette, just because, I mean, that's the backup attacker. You really don't want to run 4, as you really want to run the 4-4 of Zorua and Zoroark, and you don't want to clog up the deck. And then 2 Lele just for early game setup and whatnot. 2 Enhanced Hammer, as the post-rotation standard format is going to be heavily reliant on special energy, particularly DCE. Enhanced Hammer is just a way of giving us a little leg up against other Zoroark decks in particular, but also a lot of other decks that run DCE. 2 Field Blowers, because Choice Bands are very, very annoying for this deck. 2 Nest Ball and 4 Ultra Ball as the methods of search. And one thing that was brought up to me is you can also run Apricorn Maker in this deck, and I'm very kind of torn on Apricorn Maker, so I definitely can understand why people are running it, just because, I mean, it lets you thin your deck for better resources. Like, it's a early game, like, get 4 cards out of your deck, and also has good use late game in getting like 2 Ultra Balls. But I'm one of those people that I prefer to have too many resources as opposed to potentially too few. I mean, I know that sounds kind of dumb, like, well, if you have too many resources and you can't get to them, like, I understand the draw of Apricorn Maker, but especially in Zoroark decks where you're discarding cards to draw more cards, I feel like just having expendable resources is a little bit better than potentially late game being like, well, I need all this stuff in my hand, but I also need to trade. I mean, it's just a personal preference. Apricorn Maker is another thing that you can run in this deck, but I mean, with Nest Ball and then also Pokemon Fan Club, I feel like it lets you potentially set up a little bit stronger. 1 Rescue Stretcher for recursion. Then as for these supporters, you have the 4-4 of Cynthia and Guzma, which is almost a staple. I've been seeing people run like 3 Guzma, but I don't know, I prefer 4 for the time being. 3-4 of Copycat and Judge, more Judge than Copycat, just because it can potentially disrupt your opponent, and you can also trade out of that so the judge doesn't hurt you as much. One Lillie, because even though the best start for this deck is Lele into Fan Club, Lillie is also a nice way of just drawing until you have 6 cards in your hand. It's another supporter we can throw into the discard pile. If Fan Club is in the prizes, then you can use Lillie first turn, yada yada yada. 2 Mallow because of the obvious synergy between Mallow and Zoroark. 1 Pokemon Fan Club for the start. And then 2 copies of Kukui for hitting for magic numbers, particularly with Banette, because Banette, with 10 supporters in the discard pile and a choice band, hits for 160. With Kukui, that's 180. That is a magic number on certain things, and it's just very nice for that little extra damage in certain situations. And then 3 choice bands for obvious boosted damage output, and then 4/4 of Rainbow and double Colorless, as that's what the deck runs on. So yeah, that is the deck. I'm sorry for talking so long. Let's just go ahead and see this deck in action. Alrighty, we have found one against Rinko 520 with what looks like a Garchomp deck. This is not a Garchomp Lucario deck. I am going to be very, very surprised. And we do win the coin flip, which is very fortunate. We will get to go first. And quite frankly, I think the best thing for this deck is going to be just try to take out these Zoruas as quick, or not Zoruas. I want my Zoruas. Take out the Gibbles as quickly as possible. Like, never give them 2 turns to get Garchomp set up. And so yeah, I think that's just going to be how I play this. Let's go ahead and play down the Zorua, play down the Shuppet, and I have a pretty solid hand for the opening. I should be able to Lele. Ooh, yeah, I definitely should be able to Lele. So let's get rid of the Copycat and the Judge, just because, like, I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of, like, Copycat and then relying on my opponent being able to, on my opponent having a big hand. I'd rather just Judge, get the guaranteed disruption of my opponent, as well as the 4 cards, because with Zoroark, I will have the ability to draw extra cards anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. Go ahead and grab the Pokemon Fan Club, probably just grab, because there's 3 Zoroark. Do I just want to grab 2 Zorua? I think I do. Yeah, let's just grab 2 of the Zorua, play both of those down, and then call it a turn. I will be able to evolve into Zoroark and Banette this coming turn. Then Judge and hope that I draw into, well, hopefully a DCE or like DCE or multiple Zoroarks. Well, basically a DCE because I need that to, you know, attack, and that'd be pretty nice. But my opponent is going to go ahead and Cynthia, and then just pass. So that is great for me. What I'm going to do is go ahead and Zoroark, evolve into Banette, and then just Judge, because I do have the opportunity to take out a Gibble immediately, and, well, that definitely works. Yeah, I mean, get 2 more Zoroarks, so I should be able to see 6 more cards, I would. Yeah, 6 more cards. Let's get rid of the, do I want to get rid of the Enhanced Hammer or the Shuppet? Because I know that they play DCEs. So because I know that they play DCEs, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Enhanced Hammer. And there we go, there's a DCE. So, could trade further, but I think the best play for the time being is to just go ahead and Riotous Beating, knock out the Gibble, and take my first prize of the game, and it is a Guzma. And with the other DCE that I have in my hand, I will be able to Guzma up his Gibble on the bench and hopefully knock that thing out. As long as he doesn't have Rare Candy into the Breakpoint Garchomp, then I'll be okay. But my opponent does just attach an Energy Cynthia. I mean, he's getting the Cynthias. Cynthias are starting to be used, and Shrine of Punishment comes down. I mean, that's to be expected. That's going to be racking up damage on all of my GXs. So yeah, he's going to get an extra 10 damage counters between his turns, and that is, quite frankly, exactly what you want. Puts my Zoroarks in range, doesn't even need Choice Band. He is going to be wearing down his Lele at the same time, too. So yeah, he's just going to retreat into the Lele. Shrine of Punishment is going to be hitting all of my guys for quite a bit of damage. But, I mean, again, if he can't attack, then he can't really take advantage of the damage. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and trade, get rid of the Enhanced Hammer at this point, because I can always just Guzma up his Gibble. Let's trade once again, get rid of the Ultra Ball. Get a Choice Band. Ooh, that's something I can work with. But do I want to... Nah, let's just go ahead and get rid of the Cynthia as well. See if I can get like another Zorua or something. But because I did not, I'm just going to go ahead and Guzma up his Gible, go into my Zoroark, and then Riotous Beating knock that thing out as well, and take another prize. So yeah, my opponent has... There's the others. Oh, that's right, I didn't have another Zorua. I think I was looking for more DCEs. But yeah, I mean, with my opponent, he doesn't have a Gible down. Like, I have the ability to play down another Zorua. I'll have a Choice Band, which will be able to get me extra damage on that Lele, and my opponent is going to end. That's fine. My 3 Zoroarks will allow me the ability to draw out of any sort of end, and I even get a baby Buzzwole that could be nice later on, but... Ooh. So my opponent actually put himself in range of a choice-banded Riotous Beating. So what I'm going to immediately do then is go ahead and Mallow to put a choice band on top of the deck, I think. I think I might do that to get a Mallow and a Zorua. Put a Zorua and a... Or, not a Mallow and a Zorua. Get a Zorua and a choice band. Put both of those on top of the deck. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then let's trade, get rid of the... I traded into a victory. Huh. Well, I mean, yeah, that works. But what I would have done, obviously, was gotten the choice band, gotten the Zorua, played the Zorua down, choice banded up my active Zoroark, and then I would have been able to knock out his Lele. He would have had no Gibles on the bench at all to evolve. I would have been 2 prizes away from winning. And there really just would have been nothing my opponent could do at that point. So, very solid first game. Let's go ahead and try to find another one with this deck where I can hopefully show off what Banette can do. Alrighty, we have found another one against a girl with most cake. Is that what it says? Girl with most cakey? I mean, if that's the case, if she is the most cake, then I would like a little bit as well. But it looks like, I mean, we saw Dark, we saw Fairy. I mean, this is probably like a Gardevoir. Probably Gardevoir Zoroark. That'd be my guess. I mean, if you see Dark in the standard format, you can all but guarantee that it's going to be Zoroark. And we start off with a really solid hand, actually, all things considered, because I will be able to Lele for 2 more Zorua, or a Zorua and a Banette if I want. And oh no. No, this is not Sylveon Stall. Do not... Wait, why is there Dark if it's Sylveon Stall? That makes... I don't know. I don't know what my opponent is going to be running. So, yeah, that's a thing that's going to be interesting. But regardless, we will get a mulligan card at the very least, so that's nice. And then knowing that my opponent is playing Team Flare Grunt and Max Potion, I'm going to want to be very careful with my DCEs. Yes, I would like to draw... Wow, this is amazing. So get another Zorua. I'll be able to... Yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and Lele for that fan club so that I can get another Zorua and a... Luckily, it's not prized, but another Zorua and a Banette down. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. There's only 2 Zoroark in the deck. Oh, I mean, I guess there's 1 in my hand, so yeah. That means 1 Zoroark is prized, and not a big deal. That just means that I'm definitely not going to get 2 Zorua. But yeah, Zorua and Banette. We see the EVs. I mean, this is... Sylveon Stall is going to be interesting to deal with, especially because all I'm running are Special Energy. So I'm going to be interested to see how this game ends up playing out with that being the case. We see the Nest Ball. Is he going to... What's he going to get? So yeah, Banette is going to be able to hit for 160. 180 with the Kukui. Wait, we see the roll... Okay. Oh, okay. So this isn't Sylveon Stall. This is Sylveon Gardevoir Zoroark. That makes sense. Sylveon is to just get the deck set up. And my opponent is going to get a very good start if I don't have... Or if I'm not able to end. So yeah, that's going to be something that I'm going to have to watch out for at the very least. Just because, I mean, I don't want to... Yeah, don't want to have to worry. Don't want to have to worry too much about that anyway. But yeah, he's going to Ribbon and maybe I can get a Judge. Because a Judge is 100% what I want to play this turn. So let's go ahead and Zoroark, and then let's let's trade away the nest ball, because I have a full bench. I don't need the nest ball anymore. Let's get rid of that, see if we can... There's the judge. That is gorgeous. So let's go ahead and grab the Banette. And then DCE up my active Zoroark, Choice Banded up as well. And yeah, I mean, I could have Ultra Balled for another Zoroark, but I thought at that point it was just best to go ahead and judge my opponent away, get them out of that good hand that they had. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to back-to-back judge, which is kind of what you want in this situation. So that's a little bit unfortunate right there, as my opponent will be able to Magical Ribbons once again. But at the same time, and there's the Enhanced Hammer, so gonna have to be very careful with my DCEs. But at the same time, I mean, I still have Banette that can attack with Rainbow Energy, so that's not the end of the world. But my opponent is going to Magical Ribbon once again. Yeah, I need to disrupt this somehow, but I also need a DCE. Like, if my opponent had not gotten rid of that DCE off of my Zoroark, what I could have easily just done was fish for another judge. Like, just try to go fishing, grab another judge, see if I could get that to disrupt my opponent, and if not, then I still would have at least been able to knock out the Sylveon. But at this point, I might have to choose between getting a DCE and trying to disrupt my opponent, which is not a choice I want to have to make, because, yeah, my opponent still ends up with those cards regardless. Oh, that works. That's very nice to draw into. So, as much as I hate to do this, and as much as I hate to give him a Zoroark, or give him a Gardevoir, I think I might just Mallow to get two more... I think I might just Mallow to get another Zoroark. Let's grab an Enhanced Hammer. I need to get more supporters in the discard pile, that's for sure. But I think the play is to get rid of the Lele, as, I mean, Shuppet still might come in handy later. Let's go ahead and get that, and then get another Zoroark, Enhanced Hammer away the DCE up my active Zoroark, and now I think we can get rid of the Banette. I mean, it was just a matter of, I was going to get rid of Banette, I was going to get rid of Lele, and there's a Rainbow Energy and a Kukui that I can work with next turn. So I'm holding off on the Field Blower in case another bodybuilding dumbbells comes out from my opponent onto the Gardevoir, because that's, or a Choice Band for that matter. Really, I just want to get the most out of my Field Blower. Like, I want to take out... Yeah, I want to get rid of the items that will be helping my opponent. Like, using it last turn wouldn't have done anything because I knocked out the Sylveon regardless. But he is going to play down the Gardevoir, attach an energy. Was that all that he grabbed? Was it just Rare Candy Gardevoir and an N? Okay, that's... I mean, less than ideal, but at the same time I have two Zoroarks, so it's not really the end of the world. Infinite Force is going to do 90 damage. And I can trade twice to get rid of the cards in my hand. Never mind, it's going to do 120. That's an easy 2-hit knockout. That is unfortunate. But yeah, Infinite Force 120. There's only 3 in my discard pile, so Banette is not quite ready yet. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is trade, get rid of Lillie. Get rid of Lillie for sure. Yeah, see if I can get like another Zoroark or something. And then, ooh, there's a Kukui. Do I want to play that this turn? Let's also trade once again, get rid of the... I could get rid of the Nest Ball just because, I mean, like, I don't need Nest Ball anymore. Like, it's not important for me this game anymore, really. But at the same time, I want to get more supporters in the discard pile. And then let's Kukui. Let's Kukui. My opponent has shown that he has the Max Potion... But at the same, and yeah, if he has the Max Potion, gets rid of 2 energies, that just has to attach 1 more, and he's going to be able to knock out my Zoroark from there. But at the same time, I'm still okay with this play, just because it set up more Banettes for later. Like, that's really what I was going for, like, setting up the Banettes. There's only 6 in the discard pile, okay. So, need to prioritize getting some more supporters in the discard pile, but at the same time, I mean, I run enough that I shouldn't have to, like, go over the top in order to try to get them. There's a Cynthia. I'll be able to draw into 6 cards. I'll be able to Ultra Ball for a new hand. My opponent does Choice Band. Did he draw the Max Potion? Ooh, that's big. Parallel City gets rid of my Lele and my Zorua. Man, I could not wait for that card to get rotated out. Like, Parallel City, no matter what deck I'm running, I always hate going up against it. Like, that, it's just such an annoying card. Like, 100%. I hate that card. And I mean, like, I play it sometimes, but, like, I don't know. It's just one of those cards that always seems to be hurting me more than it hurts my opponent, which is kind of funny. But, yeah, at this point, I'm going to promote my Banette. Grab a Zorua. I do have a Baby Buzz. Because my opponent's at 4 prizes. Do I want to go for that? Yeah, I think let's just go ahead and go for that. Get the Baby Buzzwole down. Also allows me to take care of the Hoopa that came down. No, I did not just completely miss the Hoopa. But okay. Crap. I need a Rainbow Energy. I really, really need a Rainbow Energy. Come on. Alright. Alright, Zoroark, this is all on you. Get me a Rainbow. That's not a Rainbow. But crap. This is really bad. So what I'm going to do is, I think, just end my turn. Yeah, that's crappy. I mean, I couldn't have gotten the one-hit knockout with Zoroark anyway. Or I couldn't have gotten the knockout from there with Zoroark just because, I mean, I didn't have the sufficient damage. And now he's going to be able to hit me really hard with his Gardevoir. He's going to be able to hit me for... Is he going to be able to knock me out? Because if he Secret Springs with the Choice Band, that'll be enough to knock me out, I think. And that'll make me very unhappy. Like, that'd make me very... Okay, good. He's not able to knock me out. Not able to knock me out. That is gorgeous. I'm so happy. And now we just need to draw into that frickin' Rainbow Energy. So let's get rid of that Banette and get rid of the Copycat to grab the Zorua. I mean, it really doesn't matter all that much. Just because, I mean, I can't play him down anyway. Thanks to that freaking Parallel City. But, but either way, we are able to Cynthia for a new hand. And actually, no, sorry, I was wrong. Banette has 190. I completely forgot for a second. Now we can Field Blower. This is where an effective Field Blower comes into play. Unless I want to. Actually, let's go ahead and Shady Move. Let's Shady Move, get rid of an energy on Banette, and put it onto the... Yeah, let's just put it onto the Hoopa. Why the heck not? Put it in, like, just start slowly getting it in range, and then let's Rainbow Energy up this guy, and trade, get rid of the Ultra Ball. See what I can get. If I can get a Rescue Stretcher, that'd be amazing. But no, unfortunately, that's not the case. So I'm going to go ahead and Shadow Chant to knock out my opponent's Gardevoir. I mean, I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on to those Field Blowers because I don't want to Field Blower away my opponent's Parallel City when I don't need it. Like, I'm holding on to these because, like, as soon as I need the Parallel City, that's when I'm going to pounce on my Field Blower. That's when I'm going to be like, okay, there we go. There's my Field Blower. We're good. Like, we're able to... crap, screw you. Man, that sucks. Getting rid of that Rainbow Energy and just going to stall a little bit with Sylveon. So what I'm going to do... Finally do my Field Blower play. Get rid of the Parallel City and the Muscle Dumbbells. I'm probably going to Guzma this turn. Let's just be real. Let's Shady Move to move a damage counter off of Banette onto Sylveon, as that might be consequential. And then let's band up the Zoroark. Ultra Ball, probably get rid of the Copycats. Let's actually get rid of Cynthia and a Copycat just in case. Let's grab a little Zorua to be able to play it onto the bench. DCE up said Zorua. Actually, you know what? No, my opponent's been playing enough like Flare Grunt and Enhanced Hammer. I kind of want to hold on to that for the time being. Go into my Zoroark and be able to Riotous Beating. I could definitely go. I could have like traded and gotten rid of the. I could have traded and gotten rid of the Copycat or the Field Blower, but yeah, I mean this is also why I wanted to save my Field Blower in case he played down another Muscle Dumbbells to where Sylveon could potentially live through the turn and just gonna stall again. Goes, okay, that's less ideal, but at the same time, I think I can still work with this. So I'm gonna fish for a Guzma. I'm really fishing for a Guzma at this point. Don't get it. Not the end of the world, because what I can do is put a Pokemon from here. Yes, I definitely want to do that, I think. Yeah, to grab another Zoroark so I can fish a little bit more. I've only used one Guzma. Actually, you know what? No, let's just grab the Lele. I mean, Lele guaranteed gets me a Guzma. I don't even know what I was thinking. Yeah, I was like, okay, let's try to fish a little bit more through my deck for a Guzma, but no, Lele's just like, you know what? No, you don't have to fish anymore. I got you. I'll get you that Guzma that you've been wanting. Now the discard pile is also full of supporters for Banette, and yeah, now I'm in a winning position. Now I'm in a winning spot because what I can do next turn. Oh, wait. Guys, I completely forgot that you only have to take 6 prizes to win a game, because I was thinking, like, the turn ahead, like, okay, how am I going to deal with this Hoopa? Probably going to Mallow for a Rainbow Energy. I mean, I have to knock out the Sylveon, but yeah, I'll Mallow for a Rainbow Energy, probably manually retreat my Zoroark, and then it's just like, wait, but Sticks, you just knock out Sylveon. That's how you win the game. So, yeah, I mean, we're still able to win the game. I mean, I guess I was just kind of in the zone about, okay, Sylveon's annoying, Hoopa's annoying, how do I deal with both of them? When in reality, I just had to continually target down the Sylveon like I did to win the game. So, yeah, I mean, able to take that game. Zoroark was the MVP, but Banette still did an incredible job of taking out that Gardevoir when we needed it, and I showed that Banette would have been able to do more if I really centered the deck around it more, or like had I place more emphasis on it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and this is Sticks signing out. Why not? See you guys.